All right. So we're going to talk with John first, and I just want to remind people, as you've watched the Fox News clips at the national level, highlight the work that's going on, the actual chaos going on in Dolton, and the work of the good trustees to ferret out their America's worst mayor, as she's being called now, Tiffany Henyard, who is also the Thornton Township supervisor. As you watch that all go on, I want you to know that it is the Edgar County Watchdogs who have walked alongside the trustees trying to make a difference down in Dolton. And they've been doing that for over 2 years, walking alongside these trustees on this really tough battle to take on their mayor. And things got really ugly at a recent meeting in Dolton. Listen to this.
I went to reach for the doors. You can't go in. Wait a minute. No offense. Y'all do know this is a government building.
Dalton resident Cheryl Hill used her cell phone to document what happened when she tried to get some paperwork at Dalton's Village Hall last week.
So what you mean? Why people can't come in there? Yeah. Why people can't come in there?
New security procedures went into effect last week, the village says, in response to threats against controversial Mayor Tiffany Henyard and village employees. It used to be the Dalton residents who needed to take care of a bill or a license perhaps would walk in the main entrance right here, and then they would go into this common area where you'd see the service desks back there, but now it's all locked right here.
Excuse me?
Now residents have to talk to a security guard behind a window in the vestibule and conduct their business in that small, cramped area.
Young lady showed up earlier this morning, went in, and was totally upset. She had no idea that she could not go into the building, just the foyer, had to do her paperwork standing outside in the rain.
That message of exclusion amplified last night when about 25 Dalton residents were locked out of a village board meeting as those inside blasted Henyard during public comment.
I wouldn't trust this woman if she stood on a stack of Bibles and had her tongue notarized. Not a damn thing she says comes out her mouth is true.
The meeting ended early when 4 opposition trustees walked out, saying there was ample room for the crowd and refusing entry to all would violate the Illinois Open Meetings Act.
The meeting was adjourned because we have to have enough space, so we have to. The Open Meetings Act requires that that we have enough space for everybody to get in.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Good job for the residents. And to discuss this and more is John Kraft, one of the Edgar County Watchdogs. John, welcome to the program. Tell us about that Open Meeting Act, supposed Open Meeting Act violation, or did they just want to keep these people outside?
Well, thanks for having us again, Jeanne. The Open Meetings Act requires that the public body hold a meeting that's open and convenient to the public. Now, if they had prior notice that a large group of people were going to show up, then they had the duty to move the meeting to a larger room. They don't do that in Thornton Township, even though there's a large, huge room downstairs in the basement. Instead, in Thornton Township, they have a meeting upstairs with locked doors with enough seats for about, maybe 24 people. Dolton should be the same way. They need to move to a larger room. And she always starts her meetings late. That was 45 to 50 minutes late. The last meeting they had, the police chief, I seriously doubt they had credible threats, simply because the police chief told the public in the meeting that if you clap, it's a credible threat and I'm going to clear the room. So clapping is a credible threat now. So, I think when her back's to the wall, every little thing that is said is she considers a threat just so she can keep people out of the room. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but how about this literally locking people out of public buildings like City Hall where they do need to conduct business?
Well, normal business hours, that Open Meetings Act doesn't apply.
Right.
It's bad news to do that. I mean, I seriously doubt she ever gets reelected just because she's doing things like that.
Well, hopefully she'll be in jail before that all happens, or not too long.
That would be nice. But no, I don't really think it's a violation of any laws to force people to stand at the entrance to conduct business. It's bad business to do it that way. It makes her look bad, and it gives the media more to talk about. That's my opinion.
So you had a number of people inside the meeting, the public meeting. You had a number of people outside the public meeting that couldn't get in, and so 4 trustees walk out, basically ending the meeting because they don't have a quorum.
I'm glad they did that. They need to keep doing that. Anytime she does what she does during the course of the month and spends money that wasn't approved to spend, they should just keep doing that, and they need to quit paying her security team too. I mean, it's ridiculous. Probably well over $2 million spent on security in the last 2 years.
What?
Yeah.
As Thornton Township Supervisor or as Dolton Mayor?
As the mayor.
That is insane. And by the way, she got, I don't know if it's been delivered yet, but she asked 2 state reps and a state rep and a state senator to come in and give state tax money to her organizations, millions of dollars. So this is not just a local issue, Illinoisans.
Let's hope they're smart enough not to actually give the money.
I hope not. I mean, we need to be tracked. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to call my friends down there and ask them to track that payment. I
mean, keep the money there. If there's a need for it, give it to somebody that replaces her.
There's no need for it. This is just a boondoggle. This is like, putting up somebody's, new bathroom on the golf course type stuff. That's what this is.
The other issue, that was the first meeting after the trustees won big in circuit court against her on a court case. They sued her, and the judge ruled that we already knew this, but the judge ruled the trustees have a right to access all the financial records, and that the checks have to be signed by the mayor and the clerk, and the trustees have a valid claim for full accounting of all the expenditures. That's common knowledge, and it's sad that they had to go to court to get a judge to say that.
Yeah, she's been recklessly spending money for a very long time.